So we're back again. Today I'm joined by three people who were involved in the film. They've been here from the beginning. If anything, you were here from the beginning.
Before the beginning.
And it didn't work out then either, guys. Surprise. So, originally, Too Late was a short between two characters, Karis and Curtis. And this was when I was trying to do this all in South London. It didn't work out. And originally, I wanted Viviana to play Karis, but that did not work out. Not at all. And I decided, because that was a larger project, to write something smaller. So I wrote a couple of scenes for the other two people here. And that did not work out either. So guys, if you can just introduce yourselves quickly, talk about the roles you play in the current project we're working on. And then, we'll talk about the journey.
Hi, guys. My name's Zohra. I'm playing Yasmin in Lee's upcoming short film. Yeah. I am an economics student. I'm going into my third year, and I also pursue acting.
My name is Lemmar. I'm playing Calvin in the upcoming short. And outside, I do music and model.
I'm Viviana, and I'm playing the character of Chanel. Outside of the short film we're doing now, I'm a banker. So that's what I do normally. And yeah.
Why didn't Lemmar get one?
That's because he's a triple threat. Okay. Cool. So, the first week when we were meant to actually shoot, Viviana wasn't actually a part of the project again yet. She called me. I don't know. Why did you call me that day?
You know what? Because we had spoken about this, and then it was like my birthday. Then I was out the country for a bit. And then when I came back, it was like, where is Lee? Like, he's disappeared, or I felt like I've disappeared. So I need to get back in touch. And I just had to give you a call. And then, we had like a whole different type of...
The stars aligned, basically.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know how to do it yet, it made sense at the time. And Zohra and I had a previous conversation because she was very disappointed with my vanilla ending.
And let me just say, Viviana saved it for Chanel saved it for everybody.
I'm not going to just say saved it. She made it so much better. It changed the whole plot.
I can't believe the ending was going to be just some pillow talk in the end.
Do you know what?
What kind of ending is that?
It's real life. It's real life. Not everything has a dramatic or final ending. Sometimes shit just keeps on going and you just gotta let it go.
Pillow talk.
You just gotta let it go.
Pillow talk.
People pillow talk all the time. It's real life.
I think Chanel was literally the plot twist it needed to give it that.
Yeah. But the problem is, at this point, I've only written up to part 5. So I've got to come up with a whole nother one.
And I just realised as well, they don't even know what's actually going on. We don't even know what Chanel's on yet.
No.
When this comes out, we don't know what Chanel's on yet.
And this is why I think it's important that we do this now and we continue to do it so we can talk about where we're at with it. And then the audience, as they become familiar, this is going to make a different kind of sense to them. I think that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. So let's get into trial and error. So the first time we attempted to shoot, we had a scene that I had written very quickly for Chanel, and we didn't even get to shoot it because you was a busy bee that day. You were so committed to being a part of this. You weren't really meant to be here, but you were still here. So I respect you for that. I'm gonna give you one more of these because power up to you. Yeah. You really hit that. The two non-lovebirds, Yasmin and Calvin. Let's talk about my amazing writing and how it was not amazing. So in the beginning, this was my first attempt at doing this, and I wanted to just be a cameraman. I kind of had to take on everything because other people let me down. I wrote some really interesting dialogue, and what was the word you used for it earlier?
I forgot.
Parody.
Oh, yeah.
Parody is a great word to use. I wouldn't even say it's satire. It was just really bad. And I didn't know how bad it was because we didn't rehearse or anything. We kind of just went for it on the day. And as you guys are saying, it was hilarious. But it's not the hilarious that's good. It's like, haha, this is funny to watch because it's so bad.
Like, haha, this is shit.
Yeah, this is shit. But at the same time, it was like, I'm kind of starting to figure out where I need to take it, and I appreciate you guys' patience. But again, I have to question. I don't know why you're still here, because it took a long time to get here. We did like 3 reshoots.
3 reshoots.
3 reshoots. So the third time was a time where
We were actually seeing some hope.
we were seeing hope. But this is the thing. The second time is the time when I thought you guys would crack. That's when I thought you guys would crack, seriously. Because I knew it was just a matter of time before I got it. I didn't know how long it would take, but me continually dragging you guys back without progression, I didn't know how long I'd be able to do that for.
I remember saying to you on the 3rd shoot day, I was like, it better be 3rd time lucky. That's all I'm saying. And it was. But then even on the 3rd time, we had issues of audio. But at that point, I already saw how much we had progressed. And I knew that if that was the worst that it could be, that's not that bad.
We should also mention on the 3rd time is when we realized Lemmar is not only an R&B rapper, but he has the moves
He's
of
a
an R&B.
dancer.
He is a dancer. This guy was sliding. He was doing the most. All we needed was a little bit of rain.
Some Ray J.
A bit of rage. Right there.
It would have been in our prime for Step Up.
Oh, 1,000. 1,000. But I think one thing that I didn't realize, because I didn't even know any of the terminology or anything, I was attempting some challenging movements and stuff that I didn't know I was doing. So that kind of forced me to learn more in the process as well. I had to understand how to block it a lot easier and simpler and stuff. And we got to the point where the writing improved. We got some actual rehearsals underneath our belt, because we do Zoom rehearsals. We don't rehearse in person because everywhere is really far and it's just too much to ask. So we were getting the Zoom rehearsals going. It was starting to take shape. I was beginning to understand that I had to actually be a director, and I didn't want to do that because I was really hoping I could just lead on you guys' experience and that would be enough. But it's not always enough, because again, as I'm also learning to write, it's not clear enough for you guys to just know, innit? So we managed to figure that out, and we're now at the point where we've almost completed the first film. What's the date today?
Today is the 19th.
The 19th. We're putting out the trailer today, and we're releasing the full film.
How many weeks
on
have we been
Sunday.
doing this for?
This is week number 6. This is the end of week 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So a month and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a lot of progress, hasn't it?
Yeah, didn't realize it was that long. Just, we spent so much time together, but it feels like it's only been a week,
Yeah, it's just flown by.
I think it's amazing as well just how, because I don't think when people actually watch this when it comes out, they're not going to realize what it was in the beginning, because this only just started as, what was it, just one mini short film.
Yeah, it was like 2 scenes as well.
And now we're making a whole series out of it.
That's Zohra's fault, though.
That's not...
It's your fault. I remember, I'm telling you, the day when we all came back, when you actually managed to come back in the end after you was finished, and she was just sitting here, and she just, maybe she's a little bit fried, but she was just kept on talking, and she was just talking about the character's journey and stuff, and I was like, I've got to do more, don't I? I've got to do more. And then it just turned into like 28 scenes. I was just writing for the sake of writing, and it was like I was getting carried away with it, and then I was just like, I'm not going to be able to actually do this. So then it became, let's just break it down to smaller pieces, and then we started to execute it. And I'm not going to say I'm happy with it. I'm happy with what we've achieved, but I have to acknowledge that it is a Frankenstein piece, because it is a patch job, innit? We've written more. You guys are aware of Snapshot, the other things that are coming up, and you know that it makes way more sense than this. So the turnaround for part 2 needs to be very quick.
It's the first time High Thoughts have actually brought some productivity.
That is not true.
For me, it is.
Oh, fair enough.
I think the most important thing out of everything is that it's been a learning curve for all of us individually. As much as it is, as a whole, we've all taken something from this, learned on that, explored it.
What have you taken from this?
I like to believe in my own skill set. I think exploring how I can demonstrate or, show what it is I want to show, how I can take that feedback in, change that, explore what I already know or think I knew. You can always improve on that. So I think that's very valuable for all of us individually.
I just want to say as well, for you, I feel like you've shown some amazing range, even though it's just been 2 scenes. It's like you're 2 completely different people. And when we had that rehearsal in the park, that just had me like, whoa. And Janine, if you remember, I'm not sure if you remember, she literally said, "Oh, I thought you guys were having a real conversation." I was like, "That's perfect." So thank you guys for showing me as well, like, because you guys are teaching me stuff all the time as well, like all the time. What have you taken from this, bro?
I think for me, one of the main challenges was actually like in the breakup scene, actually trying to be sad, because that's an emotion that I really, very rarely feel. So trying to like imitate.
So basically, you're cold-hearted.
Basically, yeah. But I was just trying to show it on camera. Like that was a real struggle. But
man,
seeing it back, I'm glad it really worked out.
Feeling sadness was difficult.
Exactly.
Must be nice.
It must be nice coming from a Cancer as well.
mad. What about you, Zohra? What you learned?
I think for me, it was delving into Yasmin's character. Because if I'm completely honest, if I met someone like Yasmin on the street, I would hate that bitch. She is a hot mess. But
Okay, it's good you said that. Let me quickly just mention Yasmin and Calvin are the only characters that were not written with the real people in mind. So, although I guess your character was made for you, but it's not about you. We just kind of filled the
It
gap.
just fit well at the time, and
yeah.
it was just it was just kind of what it needed. It made sense.
I feel like it does resonate with you because I refuse to believe that you weren't a shit stirrer back in the day with the way you done that rehearsal.
I mean,
that tea was
there
real.
might be a bit of experience in the background,
No,
but,
but I feel like in school you were definitely that kid that was like, "Hey, what? I wouldn't have that if I was
Wouldn't
you."
have that if I were
yeah, you give me that energy
Do
from
something.
that rehearsal. Yeah.
All I'm saying is that scene alone. I mean, okay, no. There are several scenes that we have that I'm like, this is an interesting scene. Some of them I don't feel the same way about it, but I'm okay because it adds to the overall storyline of part 1. And I am confident that we've learned enough to carry into part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7, part 8, part 9, part 10. That's right, 10. And then, it's just going to go from strength to strength. So I'm really, really happy about that. The film is going to be released in a week from now. We are going to start filming part 2 on the day that the film comes out. So, yeah, I hope you guys will be ready. The script will be with you by... I wish you could see Lemmar's eyes. He's like, I'm busy. Or, yeah, I'm busy yourself, bro. I'm looking to get faster, and I have so much faith in all of you because you guys have put in so much time, and I wish people could see. Like, I really wish that people could appreciate, even though this thing's going to amount to like 10 to 12 minutes, there's so much that's gone into it. And I hope you will get your flowers sooner than later. You will be getting some from me, not just emojis. So,
Amen.
I'm really happy with it. I think that's cool for this. I wanted to talk about some other stuff here quickly because I think it would be cool to do that as well. So, you play Yasmin. You have already said she's I ain't gonna say it, but you've already said that. What does the audience need to know about Yasmin?
I think that deep down, Yasmin is just a very insecure babe, and she just looks up to Karis. And there's obviously like a power play as well, because I don't think the audience have seen it yet. But Karis is a lot older than Yasmin, and out of all of the cast, she's the youngest out of all of the cast as well. So I think it's just something where she's still trying to figure herself out. And within that, she sort of gets stuck in what it is that she's trying to do, even though she feels very... What's the word?
I don't know.
What is the word? Hold on, bear with me. She feels very conflicted with her relationship with Calvin, because
do you
she
know when
does
she
like
said
him.
that? The first thing I thought of was LaToya Luckett, Torn. Do you know that song? Yeah, I don't know why. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, she's very conflicted with her relationship with Calvin, and she does like him, but she just really wants to be like Karis. But I already know the audience aren't going to like her because I don't like her either.
I hope the audience don't like her.
But I just want you guys to understand, like, she's just young in it. She's figuring herself out. Just wait for her redemption era. It will come soon, hopefully. Do you please write that in?
There's no redemption. There's a come up and there's pain. I don't want to write happy stories. I want it to be sad stories. I want it to be real life. I want it to be pain. And maybe when we're all up, then the stories can get happier, you know? But until then, pain. All right, Lemmar, tell us about Calvin, bro.
Yeah, so speaking about pain, yeah, Calvin, he's just really going through it, you know? So I would say Calvin, he's just like a, average guy. He found the girl that he really likes, and he seems like he's just so set on pursuing her and doing whatever it takes that he can't really understand why he's of no use to her because he's such a young guy. And as you watch the show, you see...
That is such a clinical way to put it, though, isn't it? He's of no use to her. Bloody heck.
I'm sure that was a quote, no?
No, bro. Nah, you just took it there, but that's amazing.
Yeah, because in the there's a scene where Yasmin basically says to Calvin that you've got no resources. So that's basically showing that because he's so young that he can't do anything for her, and then it just completely breaks his heart. And then in the next movie snapshot, you're going to see what happens to him.
I like the way you just didn't tell people. That's good. Can you tell us about Chanel without telling us about Chanel, please? Because
That's going to be hard.
She's a mystery.
how about you just talk about the two scenes? Because that's okay.
Okay, so at the current moment, Chanel is also kind of an upset person. She's a little bit insecure. She definitely is, because I don't think she's handling stuff as good as she. Oh, I don't know how to say it without.
That's well played. That's well played.
She's just a bit insecure. She's not as happy as she seems, I think, in the scenes. I think there's a lot of background to Chanel that we don't yet show in there. So it's a bit of a wait and see what she's really on.
But she is friends with Yasmin, though.
Yeah, but for what reason, though?
I don't know. I thought they were friends.
See,
I thought
it's
they
not
was
all the way
friends.
it seems.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
trust her.
Why not?
Don't trust her.
Did she or did she not give Yasmin good advice?
She did, but was
Okay.
it for her own benefit?
I didn't ask that. I asked, did she or did she not give Yasmin good advice?
She does have good. She wishes well, I think, for everyone.
She doesn't wish well for everyone.
She definitely
That's
doesn't.
true.
She doesn't. I'm not going to lie to anyone. I'm just going to not tell everyone the whole truth. She don't wish well.
Yeah, that's complicated.
It
She's
is.
she's a difficult character to kind of suss out at the moment. I think it will all become clear soon.
Keep in mind, guys, I have only been writing for around 6 weeks now.
So this
And-
could completely change, if anything.
It's not going to change. It's more along the lines of, I think it's pretty good for and because I didn't write this in week 6. I wrote this in week 3 or something like that. So I've really just been turning the cogs, trying to get it right and stuff. They could hear you. It's cool. But the other people that are not here, who is there to mention? We've got Shalini playing Kiana. She has a scene in Too Late. She's not a part of Snapshot, but she has a major part to play in Red Eye and moving forward from that.
And you actually wrote Shalini. I mean, you actually wrote Shalini's character, Kayana, based off of her real life as well.
Yeah, because we had a great conversation about some of the other stuff that she had done. And one of the things that I had learned in week 2, yeah, it's ridiculous, in week 2 was to lean into people's real life to try and get the best out of them, for me to negate some of the issues of them reaching, as well as just generally making it easier for myself, because I still don't, well, I know what I'm doing now, but I didn't know what I was doing then. So her character came, we had a whole story arc, which is now going to be in the further parts, but there's a lot going on with her. We've got attractive people, we've got drama. It's just a madness, isn't it? butting heads. It's going to be cool. The person that we mentioned that you do not get to see in the film, Karis, played by Katie, she's very important. And it's weird because Viv was almost Karis. I think you would have been a good Karis.
Oh, you would have been
I
a very
But
think
I'm
so
good
too.
so glad you are Chanel because we need Chanel.
Yeah.
We need Chanel. So
And I think Chanel also just has a lot more depth to her as a character. I think you can explore a lot more with Chanel. I feel like with Karis, we're still. I mean, we haven't even seen her yet, but
No.
even in the
but
next couple of films,
you know what she's on. It's not hard to see.
it's
like,
pretty much at a surface level.
Yeah, and that's why the third film's called Red Eye because it's about her jealousy of Yasmin. That's fine, because it's fine. It's fine. I want them to know what's coming because I expect the turnaround to be very fast as well, because you guys have got it. So yeah, I hope we can get to part 10 before the end of the year. I really do. He's like, how does that work? No, I'm gonna get faster. I'll get faster. Rehearsals, if you think about it, it will be broken down into your scenes, and you'll just hopefully we'll make it work. I'll get more efficient with it, innit? But hopefully we might even be filming more than one at the same time.
It does sound like a long time away from now, but I know we're going to get to that point and be like, oh my goodness, do you remember when we started?
Yeah.
And it's going to feel like, like it's been a breeze.
Okay, so I need to mention the other characters as well. That's so bad.
Daniel.
Daniel, shout out to Daniel. He is so funny. He's so funny. Like, I wrote his character before I knew him, and he came to us through Zohra, and that was some great
I envisioned
casting.
him. When you told me about his character Jay,
Yeah.
I envisioned him as for the right reasons. Straight away.
He's got that. He's got that.
I mean, in every other production, I've only met him in one other production. He just brings so much life to the cast, and he brings so much life to the film as well. And I just can't even explain it. He's just got like a natural charisma to him.
We know now.
Yeah.
We know now. Yeah, he's so funny, and we had such great conversations about it. He's going to have a bigger part moving forward. So look out for that. There will be much more of him. And yeah, we've got Aaron and DW. DW is named after DW from the cartoon Arthur, because I couldn't think of any names at the time, and my children were watching Arthur. So I was like, yeah, DW will do.
In fact, let's talk about the names, because I remember in the beginning,
Yeah.
you told me that the characters' names, you actually based them off of real people as well.
I didn't base them off real people. I named them after people I knew for bants, because it was funny. So Karis was after a Karis I know. I really hope she doesn't hear this. But yeah, it's after a Karis I know. Curtis is after Curtis, because I was just laughing at Curtis at the time. And I was like, yeah, Curtis will do. Calvin is Curtis and me and Curtis's mutual friend. Yeah, just thought this will annoy him a little bit. This will be a Calvin. And then Shanice, I think someone else just said Shanice. So I was like, all right, cool. Shanice.
Well, I'm not Shanice anymore.
No. Yasmin, I personally am not happy with the name Yasmin, but we're going to run with it. So, yeah. And then Kiana was Shalini's name that she came up with. J is literally just an initial, because I just wanted to I couldn't think of a name. It's like J is just J in it. And then DW, I was watching Arthur. So that's DW. And who else is there?
Chanel, we actually just came
just
up
came
with.
up
We
on the
just needed
spot.
something that kind of matched that personality.
Yeah.
I think that was a bit more of a freestyle.
That was everything was a freestyle.
Yeah.
And then we had Alice was meant to be a different name, but she changed it because Janine didn't like it. So that was Alice. And then yeah, so yeah, she has a part in the first film. I think it adds to the arc of the story as well. So that's really cool. Everybody does, but I think what people need to understand about why this is a Frankenstein is because the whole film was basically built to pad out the time frame to give more gravity to the scene between the two of you. That's what it is. So everything is kind of just to support that rather than anything else. So yeah, that's pretty much the other people that are involved. I didn't mention enough about Aaron and DW. Actually, I need to talk about them. So they are part of the guys. They are all friends with Calvin. They want to see him do well. They kind of have their own things going on. You don't get to see it in this part, but you get to see them, and you'll see a lot more of them in Snapshot. And I'm really, really excited for where this is going to go. I'm not going to say everybody's going to have their own film, but there are going to be storylines that are more prominent throughout each of them. And I would say the first one is more about the two of you, Yasmin and Calvin. The second one is more about Calvin. The third one is more about the dynamic between Karis and Yasmin. The fourth one is about Chanel. That's when we get clarity. That's when we get the clarity. And that one is called Perfect. That one's called Perfect. And then the fifth one, that's when we see what's going on. Because, yeah. I would say as well, because I don't know how to write. Well, I didn't know how to write, and I just kind of made it up as I was going along. Genre-wise, it's become a bit more drama, soapy kind of thing.
Scandalous.
This is what I said. I was like, this basically is just a bit of tea.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. It's just a London soap opera.
I'm okay with that as well. I'm okay with it. I think it's a good place to start. I do feel like we are going to get to show range as the different films come, though, because the perfect film is not going to be that. That's deep. Like I've written, we've got the story. I've written the first scene, and I feel like shout out to Ty. The tie we have as well. Yeah. I don't want to say too much yet, but we've already casted for that, and it's going to be good. Everything's going to be good. But the first film, I think it's more just a celebration of the journey for us and a starting point. I don't think it's so funny. At the time the film comes out, we're already ahead of that. Like, we've all improved enough, but this is just us fulfilling what we started. So hopefully from part 2, we'll be able to show people what we can actually do. Hopefully I will put you guys in better positions as well to be able to show people what you can do. And I expect all of you to get way more opportunities outside of working with me from this. I expect mentions at the BAFTAs, the Oscars, every award you can think. I expect it all.
Amen.
If I don't get a shout out, I am going to call you and I'm going to be like, how could you not mention me?
I made you everything you are.
No, we're not doing that because that's not true. If anything, I would say it might be the other way around, but I would say I expect us all to grow together, and I've already grown so much of you guys. So I'm very fortunate to have you as part of this, and I look forward to what else is to come.
Let's do a group high five. We have to.
They can't see it.
They can't see it.
What you guys can't see is Zohra's the only one of her.
We're doing it. I don't care. I'm not taking my hand off
she got
until
her hand out for a long time, my guy.
We're doing it. I don't
you got
care.
air one.
Move the
Separation.
We're doing it, guys. Put your fucking hands in.
Whoa!
Please.
I'm gonna have to try and mute that now. This is definitely going on YouTube. My mum is going to listen to this.
She's gonna be the only one beeped.
I'm not even gonna beep it. It's just there now, man.
All right, ready?
Can't monetize it.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
That was lame. We'll do it again properly later. But yeah, no. I'm really happy about that, and yeah, hopefully you guys will all appreciate the effort that these people have put in, as well as myself, and you will feel how you feel about the characters, but understand the characters are not the people. Like, let's be real about it, because I might have to punch some people in the throat, bro. Let's be real about it, man. We ain't gonna do that. Everybody's working. Everybody's trying to build themselves up, and hopefully we'll... Oh, okay. You can come and get it. Okay. Guys, we're having a water break. Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We are literally going to shoot the last scene for the film now, and the trailer will be out today as well as this podcast, and the film will be out in a week's time on Sunday. So please take your time to subscribe if you haven't. We need subscribers. We need views. and we need you to be engaged. Oh yeah, Lemmar is also an artist, and he has some music coming out soon as well. So I will put a link to some stuff in the description. So take the time to go and look that up. Zohra has another production that should be out soon, hopefully. She
Yep.
said I'm invited to the premiere.
Everyone's invited to the premiere.
Sick. I
I'll
tried
be
to
there.
make me sound special there, but you know, she segued that. Cool. So yeah, we will hopefully be able to shed some light on that when the time comes, and everybody better go and watch it, or else you don't care enough. So yeah, and Viv, I don't know what you're working. We haven't even had any conversations like that.
Come
but
down to Halifax. Say hi.
Halifax, you know.
Did you work at Halifax?
That's not the one, but we'll stick with that.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that still. Yeah. All right.